today, with our partners and specifically within our Kisii County, we are launching a campaign that's going to make people aware that epilepsy is a disease like any other disease that is manageable. And in fact, the World Health Organization has had a target of 90, 80, 70, that by the year 2031, we reach 90% of those who have epilepsy, but put 8% of them on treatment and make sure that we achieve control in about 70% of those people. But we cannot achieve this if we continue having this issue of stigma. And that's why today, as a department and with our partners, we are coming forth to have a discussion among healthcare workers, patients themselves, and the management that will then lay down policies and strategies with a roadmap to ensure that we get those targets.
As a ministry, part of our responsibility is to provide technical support to the county government. We are also tasked with the policy development and also on human resource development in terms of developing guidelines on the management of epilepsy.
In Nairobi, Bonaziri, we have about 17,000 patients we manage. In one of the clinics in Rirota Health Center, because we largely work with the County Government of Nairobi, I have about 7,000 registered patients, and about 15% of that come from Kisii community.
Reason being, one, it's a rural setup, and the epilepsy statistics were up there. So we thought that we really needed to work in Kisii. The second thing that brought us into Kisii is there being a lot of myths and misconceptions on epilepsy patients within the Kisii setup, and many epilepsy patients not having access to epilepsy medical care as required.
We have a large number, and these numbers are distributed in various sub-counties. I know we have different sub-counties here. As a county, every 3 months, we see about 1,000 patients in our clinic. However, we still have a very high stigma in our community. Not all come to the facility. True or false? The community people huko, si ni kweli? Kuna wale wanafichwa, si ndio? Yes, the discussion we are bringing here, what can we do to bring them out of the community, to come to the clinics, to be managed, and how can we make our clinics available for our patients?
Another day I was traveling to Migori, and kuna beba hapa daraja mbili. The guy carried a very big sack. Went akaweka ngambo ile. In Latin they call it akapeleka mumbu ni ngambo ile. Then the guy came back and he developed seizures in the middle of the road. And guys were saying, leave him. And the guy, and there was a lorry coming over. So I had to stop beside the road. I went and grabbed the guy. And Kenyans were telling me, no, utapata hiyo ugonjwa. They were stopping me. So you can see how it is stigmatized.
Epileptic patients needs to be encouraged to come out and be proud of themselves, such that wherever they are, anybody else knows that this is a patient. Yes, you see, Onyeko is just smart and is a manager. Were it that the people I'm working with could not understand who I am, it could be very difficult for me to be in that stressful office. Keeping in mind that stress is one thing that triggers a convulsion for an epileptic patient.
Ilikuwa mwaka wa 2016 ndio niligundua kuwa niko na hiyo ugonjwa. Nilikuwa nimeshika mimba ya mtoto wa pili, ndio nikaanza kuwa na faint. ndio nikapelekwa hospitali, nikagunduliwa kuwa niko na hiyo ugonjwa. Huwa niko na shida juu ninaanguka. Saa ingine hata kuna wakati nilianguka kwa moto wakati nilikuwa napika. Ndio nilichomeka hii mwili yangu, kiniangalia nimechomeka. Sasa vya nilichomeka, tulikuja kukosana bwanangu, tukawa separate.
Sasa hiyo Phyllis mchana wangu alikuwa standard 4. Wakati anaendelea tu na hiyo kifaa. Akifika darasa ya 6 ikashidi. Vile inashidi, hiyo mwalimu anasema mpeleke kutoka hapa, umtafutie ile shule ya kama hii watoto, lakini tulishindwa. Tukamwacha tu. Akawacha shule, akaendelea tu nyumbani, kazi ya nyumbani anafanya, nasabisa nguo mzuri, lakini ikimshika hivi anaanguka.
It's real that this special group has been left out for some time. Even the schools. Like for example, if I can ask a simple question in Kisii County, how many special schools do we have that take care of this type of disabilities? There are very few. Very few. The population is huge. So the question is, do they have their rights being taken care of in terms of education? Because every kid has a right to go to school.
The caregivers require support. The support in terms of encouraging them, pairing them with other caregivers with children with disability. What you call peer-to-peer support is an approach as the organization we have been using. Also encouraging the parents to come up with smaller groups, the parent support groups, so that at least they can be economically viable or resilient. If you look at what has been shared, disabilities are a bit costly in terms of the physiotherapy sessions, even the drugs. Yes, we talk about the drugs, but are they there? That's another question. So maybe you go to the facility, but the drugs are not there. So that means that the parent or the caregiver has to go deeper into the pocket to access the drugs.
These children who are living with the autism, who are living with the epilepsy, we have seen people who are living with it and they're productive in the society. So you can imagine how we are affecting the economy of Kisii County, because that's where stigma is more, because we're just putting them aside, thinking that they're not productive. So in the school of Dazzling, we have managed to bring up children with autism and integrating them to normal schools. A book lab for that school. Yeah, we have children who are learning in schools, normal schools, but they started with Dazzling. Until then, that level, they are integrated. We have teachers who know at what time is this child able to go to a normal school.
For the last work package for EPINA, we are currently doing an SMS trial. It's a randomized control trial where we screened or enrolled about 650 patients into the study, and we want to evaluate the messaging services on how they can improve adherence to anti-seizure medication. So I know epilepsy or stigma in this case is an area that really affects both the diagnosis and the treatment, and in most cases potentially it widens the gap of treatment and diagnosis of epilepsy. So we are looking forward to completing the research in EPINA, and potentially we will have a dissemination both at the national level and at the community level as well.
Tumeona Kenya, we are now moving from curative, of course, to preventive. So we've also done trainings with community health promoters. Shuleni pia tumeenda kuhakikisha pia wanafunzi they don't stigmatize these children wenye wakona ama their fellow students wenye wanaishi na kifafa. We've also done trainings just recently. We did a training with caregivers. And the other form of stigma yenye nimeona hatujazungumzia sana ni ile personal stigma. As a person living with epilepsy, wewe mwenyewe unajiuliza, am I worth it? yeah, you're stigmatizing yourself. So we are also speaking to people with epilepsy not to stigmatize themselves. And I think as a society tukikuja pamoja and embrace these people living with epilepsy, tutaweza kuondoa ule unyanyapaa.
Let's go down there to the villages, guys, create awareness. Doctors who are in the house, clinic officers in the house, nurses in the house. When you meet these people, wasaidie. Eneza ujumbe. Iweze kufikia huko kila mtu kwa mashinani that this disease is treatable, and I want to wish you and the team that Kisii County Government is committed and willing to work very closely with you so that we can achieve what we have set out to achieve in terms of fighting this disease.
The end plan is reducing the stigma on epilepsy and eventually taking it to the lowest level possible. And by doing this, we need to empower persons with epilepsy to be able to talk and tell their stories.
Zile points zenye nimefunzwa hapa leo, hata mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa natorokwa wakati kwa mfano hiyo shida imenipata. Lakini hata mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa najua ni ukoo ni nini, lakini leo nimefunzwa, nimejua hapana, hii ni shida yote kama malaria, kama homa, kama shida yote tu. Hata mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa na feel ni shida ya ukoo, ni laana, lakini leo hata ndio nimefunzwa, nimejua hii shida sio laana, hii shida si ukoo, ni ugonjwa tu kama ugonjwa wote, unapata utibiwe upone.
Na tutaenda nyumbani tuambie watu wasifiche hao watu, kwa maana mtu ako na epilepsy ako kama mgonjwa mtoto wowote. Ataenda shule, atacheza mpira na wengine, atakuwa na familia yake.
Hali ni rahisi tu kutibiwa, na ukijitokeza basi hiyo shida ambayo unakumbana nao kila wakati itakuwa imeisha na maisha yako itaendelea kama kawaida kwa gharama ya chini sana. Tunasemanga kwamba ukikosa kujenga ufa utajenga ukuta. Basi kuja tibiwa mapema kabla hali ija dharura.